Ciao amici miei, benvenuti del mio canale, Thomas's Moustache. Now, I apologize if I have just insulted you by doing a bad job at speaking, but that was my fair attempt to give you a proper Italian introduction, considering today we are going to be talking about a proper Italian product, Omega shaving brushes. Now this is a rather special video because I have been using this particular shaving brush for nearly 3 years now. So on top of it being a review, this is rather like what you would call a crash test review, in which I will tell you about using this product for 3 years, solely this product. This is the Omega Travel Brush. This is Hog Bristle hair, Pura Setola, this particular one. Now it may not be the biggest, and it may not be the prettiest, but this little brush can get the job done. This is a Hog Bristle, which makes it rather special, but very affordable as well. I can't exactly remember how much I paid for it personally, but I remember it was very affordable, which I love. It feels great, it's incredibly soft, and yet firm enough to really spread that soap out. As I've said, I've had this brush for 3 years. I started to do my shaving in this style since 2019. Previously, of course, I was using more standard methods of shaving, but I decided that I would prefer to enjoy the act of shaving. So I have switched to a shavette, as well as using a shaving brush and soaps. And I'm going to tell you all about it. Now, when I first got this particular shaving brush from Omega, the Omega brush, I did lose some hairs at the beginning. A number of hairs did fall out. Not many. I could count them on 2 hands, but I assume they were just the loose ones that didn't get properly joined in. But that was probably within the first 3 months of using the brush. So for the other 2 years and 9 months I've been using it, I've had no hairs fall out, and it has served its purpose quite well. Now, using one of these brushes does require a little bit extra care, which I'm going to tell you about now. Number 1 is, I'll just tell you my schedule using my Prorazzo menthol shaving soap here. Usually I like to shave after a shower, although it is not necessary. If I'm shaving and I'm not showering, I will wet my face for 3 minutes to hydrate my skin and hairs. It makes it easier to cut through the hairs, of course. But I will also soak the shaving soap with water to soften it. Now what I'll do is, before I begin shaving, I will also put my shaving brush in the soaking shaving soap water, just to get the hairs moistened up, like so. And I'll leave it in there for a minute. Once the time comes to begin to shave, I will remove the shaving brush, and I will take the shaving soap water that I've used to soak it, pour it on my hands, and wipe it on my face. But naturally, it goes away. So, what I do is, then soap is nice and moist, the brush is nice and moist, I get some of that excess water, and I start to mix. I will grab the brush like so, where I put my fingers on the sides of the bristles at the base of the brush just to steady them. Because when I'm mixing, I don't want to put undue pressure or undue stress on the knot. So I pinch it at the bottom and I mix with the top. Circular motion, it doesn't need to be too special. And what you're looking for, of course, is for it to get nice and soapy. Bubble size does not matter so much, but bubble size on your face does matter. What you want is you don't want large bubbles on your face. That is not ready to shave. You want the bubbles to be nice and fine. Once your shaving brush is nice and soapy, then you can start to build the foundation of shaving soap onto your skin, which I will show you now. Now keep in mind that my face should be hydrated and it should be wet, at least damp. So it may not have the same desired effect because my face is quite dry right now. But I'm going to begin to lay this on so that I can show you something rather incredible about this particular brush. So, beginning at the chin, I splay the brush bristles out, and then I work from the chin to the cheeks, like so. Notice that, look at the way those bristles splay out so beautifully. It's like a dancing woman's dress, just dancing on my cheek like so. And what it's doing is it's putting that soap underneath my hairs. It's building a foundation under my hairs, like so. And then to finish off, if I were to prepare to shave right now, I would then use it like a painter's brush and build that beautiful white layer on my skin. Now, how does that look? Absolutely beautiful. This little tiny brush can perform such a beautiful dance right on your face. And of course, there's enough soap here for a second pass if I wanted to pursue any touch-ups after my shave. I could apply that soap again, maybe add a little drop of water just to rehydrate. But let me tell you now what I do after the shave. Okay, so pretend the shave is done. I've just rinsed my brush. I rinsed all that excess lather off my brush. What now? Well, as I said, when I'm building the soap on the brush, I like to pinch the base of the hairs so that I don't put undue stress on the knot at the bottom. So when I am finished shaving, I will wring out these hog bristle hairs without putting stress on the knot. So again, I pinch it at the bottom, flip it upside down, and I twist the end gently because I don't want to put any stress on those beautiful hairs. So I pinch it and twist gently just to get that excess water out. The rest can be air dried. You'll see some people will have a stand where it hangs upside down. That's fine. I don't have that. I just let it air out standing up. I know it's not ideal, but remember, I've had this brush for 3 years. That's amazing. 3 years I've been doing it this way and it's still going strong. So no, I don't do what I should do, but it still is such a great, tough product. That's the amazing thing about Omega, is they make such an amazing brush. Beautiful brushes, big brushes. Why did I get this tiny little travel size brush? Well, unfortunately it was all I could afford at the time. But absolutely beautiful brush nonetheless. The hog bristles are soft enough It's like a stiff paintbrush, not too stiff. It's like when a stiff brush gets wet. It's smooth, but yet the hairs keep their shape quite well. As I've said, I did lose some hairs at the beginning, but over the past 2.5 years, I haven't lost any hairs, which is quite amazing. I am the kind of person who would count the hairs I lose as well, so you can imagine that I am quite pleased that I haven't lost any recently. Absolutely amazing boar bristle or hog bristle brush here. So that is going to be my review of the Omega travel sized hog bristle brush. This is the Puracetola. Absolutely fantastic product. I would highly recommend it, of course, especially if you are going traveling. So I'm going to thank you for watching part 1 of this video series. Part 2, which will be released on Sunday, this video being released on Friday, part 2 is going to be about Proraso Sandalwood Shaving Soap. So 2 Italian products from different companies, of course, but absolutely amazing. They work so well together. It's almost like it's meant to be. So I hope you enjoy, and let me know about your particular shaving brush that you like to use. Do you use Omega? Do you use different brushes? I know there are so many brushes out there. I know online there are some forums where you can go on and have a look at what people are using. It's just so amazing, all this different equipment. But for me, you know, it's small, it's affordable, and it gets the job done amazingly well. You saw that splaying of the hairs. This thing is like art. You know, it is so beautiful when it's dancing on the face like that. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So thank you very much for watching this review, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, Too-da-Loo.